Hey guys, so today it is Monday on the day that I'm filming this. Today feels like the most Monday ever. I have no energy. It's so cold outside because it's the middle of winter. My skin is freaking out and I can't get the lighting right. And I was just going to give up, but honestly, I just want to sit down and talk to you guys about these makeup products because I was so excited to film today's video. Filming always puts me in a good mood because I feel like it's just fun to sit down and talk to you guys about something like makeup. So that is what I'm going to go for today. Hopefully it turns out okay. With any luck, you'll be watching this video on Tuesday, so I hope your week is off to a great start. Today, I wanted to talk about some hidden gems at the drugstore. I love drugstore makeup. I think they're doing such a good job, the drugstore brands in general, but I think there are some really good products that don't necessarily get enough hype. So today, I have 10 products under $10 that I think are worth checking out, and I'm excited to share them with you. I want to start with a product from LA Girl. I feel like LA Girl is just a hidden gem of a brand in general. Whenever I try something from the brand, I generally like it, and I definitely want to try out more of their products in 2021. But last month, or maybe the month before, I picked up these Pastel Dream eyeliners. They released 6 different really pretty pastel and bright colored eyeliners for $4.99 each. So I got the blue one, which is called Powder Blue, and then also lavender, which I'm wearing on my waterline today. I know pastels in general have been very trendy over the past year or two, and a lot of brands do make pastel liners, but sometimes they're chalky, they don't have a lot of pigmentation, or the eyeliner formula itself isn't really good. So I wanted to test these out, and I've really been enjoying them. They're very creamy, really easy to work with. I mean, as you can tell, it's pretty vibrant on my waterline, and these stay in place really well. Now, they are the type of eyeliner that you twist up, and with any eyeliner like that, they do tend to break a little bit easily. So I just recommend winding up just a small amount and then using a light hand, but I'm impressed by the pigmentation. They look really, really nice. I thought of this one when I saw that Anastasia came out with their clear lip gloss. They did a regular clear, and then they did a clear with some shimmer in it, and a lot of brands have released their own version of clear lip gloss. Now, don't get me wrong, you can spend your money however you want. I'm not here to judge at all. If you want to buy a high-end clear lip gloss, I say go for it. But if you're looking for a good alternative that costs a lot less, I do recommend the e.l.f. Lip Lacquer. This one retails for $3. They do have different shades, but they also have a clear version as well. This one is great. It's very comfortable, very glossy, not sticky at all. And again, it's super affordable. I'm not anti high-end lip gloss, but I think if you're going to spend a little bit more, go for a color or a formula that you can't really replicate at the drugstore. There are a lot of good drugstore lip products, but I think when it comes to just a plain clear, you can't go wrong with this one. I know a lot of you guys have told me that Essence makes one that's really affordable and really comfortable as well, so that might be a great option too. But honestly, for $3, you can get the same look that you'll get with a $22, $25 lip gloss from Sephora. I have an entire video on my channel talking about affordable makeup brushes. Again, you don't have to spend a ton of money to get good brushes. There are so many brands that make amazing affordable options: BH Cosmetics, e.l.f., ColourPop, Real Techniques. One brand that I think is a little bit underrated, or I guess a lot underrated, would be Profusion. I love their eyeshadow brushes. I think these retail for like $3, maybe $4 each. They do have face brushes, which I'm planning on buying. Honestly, I have quite a few brushes, so I just haven't felt the need to buy them yet, but I'm so impressed by this brand. They have a lot of great products in general, but their brushes blend eyeshadows so well. I've had these in my collection for a while at this point. I want to say over a year, and I love reaching for these when I'm doing a really colorful look or I'm using eyeshadows that are a little bit more difficult to blend, because these make such a difference. They're incredibly affordable. They wash really well. I've washed them multiple times. They hold up nicely, and I'm just impressed by them. So Profusion as a whole is an underrated brand, and I think it's because they're not available at as many retail stores as other brands are, but if you can get your hands on their products, specifically their brushes, I think you'll love them. Flower Beauty recently released some new products, and I've been testing a few of them out, so I'll include them in an upcoming video, but it got me thinking about the brand in general. I know they're really well known for their like gel cream blushes, which I love. I think they're gorgeous. I don't love a lot of cream cheek products, but those are so easy to work with. So no matter what your skin type is, I think you'll really enjoy them. But I also like their powder blushes, and I do feel like these are a little bit underrated. I believe these are just under $10. They recently released a new shade. They might have a few new shades, but the one that I have is called Barrymore. This one is a really intense, gorgeous, bright blush, and on me, it's pretty intense, so it's not something I reach for a lot unless I want like a vibrant blush application. But if you have a deeper skin tone, I think this would look amazing on you. The shade that I'm wearing today is called Sweet Pea, and I just have a very light layer of this on my cheeks. These blushes are pretty powdery when you dip your brush in, so just keep that in mind, but they're really blendable, very easy to work with. You can shear them out to look pretty soft on the cheeks, but you can also build them up, especially if you're going for a deeper shade like this one. I also have Warm Hibiscus, which does have a nice glow to it. So if you're into like a shimmery blush, I think you'll enjoy this one. And I just think they're great options from the drugstore. I think blush is one of those products that I have a hard time finding good options from, or good options from the drugstore. I guess that's not completely true, but when I look at my personal blush collection, the majority of the blushes are high-end. So whenever I find a good option that I love for under $10, I get so excited. So I would love to know what your favorite blush from the drugstore is, especially if it's a powder blush, because I think the drugstore tends to do cream blushes really well, but I have a little bit more of a difficult time with powder blush. So I do enjoy these. So when I was getting ready for this video, I actually had pulled out like a bunch of e.l.f. products, and I was trying to make it a little bit more interesting, not just focus on one brand. So I think I put a few of them away, but if you want to see a part 2 where I just talk about underrated e.l.f. products, let me know. I just feel like I do own a lot of e.l.f. products, and because they have so many products on their website, there are quite a few that I find to be underrated. So I just wanted to focus on 2 specifically, I guess 3 because I did mention the clear gloss. But anyway, I do talk about this one quite a bit on my channel, but it is so good. I feel like everyone should try it. This is the e.l.f. Halo Glow Setting Powder. This comes in, I think, 6 different shades. I have the lightest shade, which is light. I like to use this product as a finishing powder. So typically after I do my bronzer and my blush and the rest of my makeup, I'll take a large fluffy brush and just blend everything together with this powder. And then I'll also take a smaller brush, maybe something a little bit bigger than this, and kind of highlight my under eye. And because this is so soft and finely milled, it just diffuses the lines in such a natural way and just allows your makeup to look a little bit more blended. I would say that you could also use this as a setting powder. I would say if you have dry skin or you don't typically like a heavy setting powder, this will look really nice on your skin. It will just give your skin like a very soft focus effect. And I am so impressed by this. You guys, I use this almost every single day, and I've only used up maybe a fourth of this product because a little bit goes such a long way. And I've said this before, but if this was in high-end packaging, I wouldn't even question it. It feels like an Hourglass product, but obviously it's a lot more affordable, and e.l.f. actually has a significantly better shade range within their powders than Hourglass does. So I highly recommend this. I actually discovered this product over the summer. It is the e.l.f. Plus Matte Blotting Mist. So I feel like on YouTube and just in general, I hear a lot about priming sprays for people who have dry skin, priming sprays that are really hydrating, like the Smashbox Primer Water, which I do love. And I think hydration is important whether you have dry skin or oily skin. Oily skin definitely needs hydration as well. But if you're getting that out of your skincare, then I think sometimes it's nice to be able to go in with a slightly mattifying or oil controlling primer. I highly recommend checking out this product if you have oily skin. Now, this is meant to be used in a different way. It's meant to kind of control your oil throughout the day. So as you get oily, you're supposed to spray this and then let it dry. It doesn't work for me that way at all. But how it works for me is if I use this before I go in with any of my makeup, it definitely keeps my skin matte longer. It's not an overly mattifying product by any means. It actually feels really refreshing because it's a spray, it's a mist. But I noticed that when I use this product, my makeup just goes on better and my skin stays more matte throughout the day. And it's not as intense as a super drying, mattifying primer. Some matte primers just kind of like suck all of the moisture out of your skin and they make your skin look dry, they enhance texture. Because this is a spray, I just feel like it goes on very evenly and it's very light, so it does work well to mattify the skin without making your skin look overly matte. So I do really enjoy this, and if you have oily skin, this is a product that I definitely recommend. You might not need it during the winter time, but I use it pretty much every day during the spring, summer, and fall. I actually like quite a few products from Fourth Ray Beauty. They are ColourPop sister brand, but they focus on skincare. So they have face masks, they also have face milks, they have cleansers. I love their cleansing oil. But one product that I really enjoy that I do feel like is a little bit underrated, but it is a slightly newer product as well. So to be fair, it hasn't been out that long, but it is a product that I love and I recommend. These are their overnight lip masks. My 2 favorites are strawberry and coconut. And I feel like not everyone is wearing lipstick or lip liner or even lip gloss right now. But one thing that everyone can benefit from is just a really nice moisturizing lip mask. Now you can use these overnight. Typically I just kind of keep one at my desk and then one by my bed, and I'll just apply them all day long. They're incredibly hydrating. They look so pretty on the lips. They smell amazing, and they do work to keep your lips really hydrated. Again, you don't have to spend a lot of money on a lip mask or a lip balm. There are a lot of great options at the drugstore. e.l.f. just came out with their new, well, they're not new at this point. Their Ride or Die lip balms are really great. I love the Milani lip balms. Jack Black makes some great options. But if you're looking for just like a fun scent, I really love these, and I love the texture. It's very glossy. It's not necessarily super thick like you would think, but that's why I enjoy it. I just feel like it feels really nice on the lips and it's not too heavy. I can't stop talking about the Milani Weekend Brow. Am I getting on your nerves? Because I feel like I'm starting to get on my nerves, but I want to talk about this on my channel all the time because I've been raving about the Urban Decay Brow Blade, which I love, but it's expensive. I think it's almost $30, and this is such a good way to try out a product like that for an affordable price. Now, I did just use this in a Get Ready With Me. In fact, I'll find the clip where I was applying this and I'll put it on the screen as I'm talking about it so you guys can see the difference that it makes. I swear if you have thin brows or you just have a hard time getting your brows to look hair-like, this is going to make such a difference for you. There is a little bit of a learning curve with products like this because you do kind of use them to draw on the appearance of hair. And if you go too heavy, it can look really obvious. If you go too light, it won't make much of a difference. So definitely play around with it. A good time to kind of play around with makeup is like right before bed, before you wash your face, because if you mess up, you just wash everything away. I mean, I know a lot of us are at home right now as well, so take that time to try things out that you might not normally try out because no one's going to end up seeing it anyway. But this product is perfect because the point is super tapered, it's really thin, and I think that's key for getting those hair-like strokes. Sometimes brands come out with like felt tip options, and those just don't apply as nicely. They're not as flexible or easy to work with, but this one is great if you're just looking for something to kind of draw on a very thin hair on your brow. I like brow pencils, but sometimes they don't give you the effect that you want. And the dip brow pomades are difficult for me to use. I can't ever really find a brush that's thin enough, and I feel like that takes a lot more talent than I have. So something like this is perfect. It's so easy to use. I do have the darkest shade Espresso, but they have a couple of other options too. And then finishing up with these products, I know that I've mentioned them on my channel before, but I did want to talk about them in today's video because they do make such a difference. The first one is the Essence Volume Booster Lash Primer. I just repurchased this because I had used mine up and then I went for like maybe a month or two without it, and I just felt like my mascaras were not looking as good as they could. This is a $5 lash primer, and you apply this before you go in with mascara, and it just coats your lashes so nicely, and it enhances your lashes. It makes them look and feel so much more voluminous. It gives you the appearance of having more lashes than you do, and I think that's because sometimes with mascara brushes, it's hard to get like those small or shorter lashes, but this wand is great, and because it is a white primer, it really highlights every single lash that you have. So I typically just go in with a mascara right afterwards and apply it on top, and I notice the difference when I use it. If you have really great natural lashes, you might not feel the need to have something like this, but if you have really great natural lashes and you use this alongside of a mascara, your lashes will look absolutely insane. It really makes a difference, and if you are just looking to kind of boost your mascaras, this is a great option. Again, there are so many high-end alternatives to this, and I just don't think they work as well. This one is so much better. I'd repurchase this one over and over before I repurchase any of the high-end ones that I've tried. I know one and done eyeshadows are super trendy right now. I actually was trying to do a one and done eyeshadow look today, but I just can't help it. I love eyeshadow so much. I applied 3. So that's pretty minimal for me. I used one shade from the Making Mauves palette in the crease, and then I just applied 2 different Super Shock shadows on top. I don't remember what they are off the top of my head, but I'll list them in the description box below. So anyway, if you're looking for a good one and done eyeshadow that's very shimmery, really pretty, I do recommend the Melted Chrome shadows from Essence. Every time I use these, I'm so impressed by the formula. These are so much better than a lot of high-end shimmer shadows that I've tried, and I can't believe they're $5. Now, I know that, you know, for a few dollars more, you can get an entire palette, but not everyone wants a full eyeshadow palette. If you're someone who's just looking for a gold, or you're looking for a really pretty silvery shadow, these are a nice way to add those colors to your collection without buying an entire palette. I know a lot of the high-end brands charge like $30 or more for a single shadow, and I don't know, I've never really been super into single shadow to know what's worth it, what isn't, but I will say that after purchasing these, I mean, I found myself reaching for them all the time to complete my look. Sometimes palettes don't have the shade that I want, and these go on so easily. They're very, very smooth, and if you're typically intimidated by shimmers in the crease or like a shimmer all over the lid blended up into the crease, try these. They're not chunky shimmers at all, so they just look really nice all over the lid for a really sparkly look, and they're easy to work with. You can use your finger, you can use a brush to diffuse the edges. They have a bunch of colors, or maybe like 6 or 7 colors. I do want to try out a couple more, but I enjoy this formula so much, and it totally flies under the radar. I know some people love these, but maybe, you know, try them out, especially if you love single shadows, because I think you'll enjoy them. Okay, guys, that is the end of my video. I made it through, and I feel better now. I don't know, filming always just puts me in a good mood. I feel like it's very therapeutic to be able to sit down and chat with you guys and just talk about something fun like makeup, and now I feel energized, so I might actually film a second video after this. But thank you guys so much for watching today's video. Let me know in the comment section below if you guys know of any underrated makeup products that you think are worth checking out. I would love to hear from you. Otherwise, I'll see you guys very soon with a new video. Bye.